If you're watching this, you are not alone. It's normal to feel uneasy or even scared about checking your bank account. Millions feel the same way, and there's nothing broken or wrong with you for struggling with money anxiety. Together, we're going to unpack these feelings with compassion, honesty, and practical hope. Stay with me to the end. There's a genuine path forward, and relief really is possible. Sometimes it feels easier to look away. Your phone pings with a notification from your bank app. Your heart skips a beat, and instead of facing the numbers, you swipe the notification away. For one more day, for one more week, you pretend the balance doesn't exist. You ignore the unopened statements piling in your inbox. Each time the thought creeps in, have I gone too far this month? You bury it deeper because the anxiety is just too heavy to carry. Let's make this real. Take Emily. She's smart, capable, and always helping her friends with advice. But when it comes to her own finances, those notifications fill her with dread. She remembers growing up and hearing her parents arguing about money behind closed doors. Now, as an adult, every time she thinks about checking her account, she relives that same tension. If I don't look, she tells herself, maybe it's not as bad as I fear. But avoidance only feeds her anxiety, and deep down she feels stuck, isolated, and ashamed. You know how to budget. You understand the math, the facts, and the strategies to manage money. But opening that banking app feels like unlocking a door you're not ready to face. A door that leads straight to shame, fear, or something heavier, something you've tucked away for too long. So why are you really afraid to check your bank account? It's not just about the numbers, it's about the story those numbers tell. The story you've been carrying around for years, invisible but heavy. This story is tangled up with old wounds. Fears of scarcity, doubts about your worth, constant comparison, and the crushing weight of perceived failure. When you see a low balance, it's rarely just not enough money. Instead, it unleashes a flood of harsh judgments. You're irresponsible. You'll never get it right. You should have done better. These voices come crashing before you even see the actual numbers, engulfing you in waves of shame, regret, and fear. Let me share another story. Mike is a freelance designer who loves his work but dreads the end of the month. Growing up, he saw his family celebrate paydays like they were rare miracles. Now, every time a job payment is delayed or an unexpected expense pops up, Mike catches himself avoiding his banking app, convinced that bad news means he's failed both as an adult and as a provider. The anxiety eats away at his motivation and his sense of security. Maybe you avoid checking because looking at your account feels like facing every not enough story you learned in childhood. Perhaps you grew up in a home where money was always tight, or every mistake related to finances felt like a crisis. Those old messages have stuck with you, linking your self-worth to the digits on a screen. Avoiding your bank account becomes a way to protect yourself. If you don't check, you can hold on to hope just a little longer, but avoidance doesn't bring peace. It simply lets invisible stress take control of your life from the background, pulling at your mind and heart even when you try to focus elsewhere. Here's the real hard truth. You're not afraid of the numbers themselves. You're afraid of what you'll feel about yourself when you see those numbers. That sense of dread is not about accounting. It's a deeply emotional response tied to your identity and inner narrative. But you're not alone in this struggle. So many people carry the same private burden, silently pretending, pushing forward, wishing things felt different but feeling stuck in the same loop. You are not broken or lazy. Your brain is acting out an old pattern that once helped you cope, even if it doesn't serve you now. So, how can you start to heal? The first step is compassion for yourself. You cannot transform what you constantly judge or punish. Give yourself permission to see this fear and shame without harshness. Remember, a number in your bank account is not a measure of your worth or value as a person. Slow down. Take a deep breath. Put a name to that feeling. Say to yourself, I feel scared. I feel ashamed. I feel lost. Allow these feelings to be present without pushing them away or letting them define you. When you feel ready, open the app. Do this as an act of courage, not punishment. Observe the story your mind tries to tell you as you see the numbers, and gently remind yourself that your worth is not measured in digits or dollars. If it feels overwhelming, reach out. Share this moment with a friend, a loved one, or even within the safe space of a supportive community. You're not alone, and there's no shame in asking for help. Remember, Your money is a tool to support your life, not a mirror reflecting your self-worth. You have the power to rewrite your story. One courageous step, one small act of kindness toward yourself at a time. If this message resonates, hit the like button as a pledge to start your healing journey and to show others facing the same fear that they are seen, understood, and never alone. You are capable of facing your fears, and you are absolutely worthy, no matter what the numbers say.